Hey, good morning. This is the Master Pattern Report. Dr. Bob Flower reporting to you. And today is Monday, March 26th. All right, so let's first take a look at last week, and I've got some very interesting information for you concerning the Master Pattern Report, or Master Pattern itself. Okay, so last week we were talking about the S&P. We had a call on the 22nd and the 24th for a up move, and it actually came on the 23rd and today, the 26th. The 24th, as you remember, being Saturday, it's either or, and in this case, the 22nd hit on the 23rd, and as well as the 24th hitting on both the 23rd and the 26th. Hope you're not confused. All right, now, in silver, we had called for an up move on the 18th, and indeed it moved up, actually approximately about 1.5% on that move. The down move on the 23rd, the down move on the silver actually came on the 22nd, and it was a big one. By silver standards, was approximately a 2.25% down move, and that came a day early. Okay, interest rates rose all week as we had indicated to you. I think we're pretty much reaching a top on that. Maybe this week might be the end of that climb. I don't think it's going to go into April, so we're looking for a withdrawal down, and then back up again. All right. So now this week, here's what we're looking at. We're looking at silver on the 27th. We're looking for an up move on silver, the 27th and the 28th. And the S&P, we're looking for a good move up tomorrow on the S&P. All right. So let's see how that plays out. Now, what I want to do with you is I want to talk to you about one of the methodologies that we've been using with the master pattern and how it works. So you don't think that we're just pulling these movements out of the air. By the way, the S&P move that we're calling for tomorrow, it's about 75% chance. Silver, it's about a 75% chance, and I'm going to tell you what we base those estimates on. All right now. One of the particular applications that we found for the master pattern is as follows. And before let me just precede any comments by saying that we're going to try and put this explanation up on our website. So don't get frustrated if we kind of get muddled here. One of the procedures that we use is to take highs and lows, what we consider a major high or a major low, like maybe a 400 or 500 spike up in whatever, or a 2, 3, 4% spike in commodity or S&P or silver or what have you, and we take two dates, and then we determine the time and price differences between those two. When the time and the price are in mathematical geometric alignment, in other words, like if one is 100 days and the price is 50, it's a 2-to-1 relationship, 50%. We consider that significant, all right? And if it's a Fibonacci number, 1.618. So if you have 13 days or 34 days or 55 days, a pattern for each, or they're in a conjunction. One might be a 34-day Fibonacci move, the other one might be a 55-day. We consider those important moves. So then what we do is we take the differential and we use that to predict when the next move in that commodity or stock is going to occur. Now, we've had some pretty good success, and let me give you some examples here. And these are my actual worksheets on some of these. So let me just read to you so you understand how this works and the kind of results we're getting. Silver, okay? There was a major move on January 28th and 3:15. This is going back last year now, 2011. Off of those two major moves, we have had 7 moves up using that pattern, and only 2 down. All right, now that's a good. So the odds are like maybe close to 80% that we're going to see an up move coming on that. The next move off of that pattern is May 3rd, and we're looking for an up move at that particular time. All right. The same thing for the 31st. Let me find this other one for you. That one was the 28th. And we have another one that's on coming up on May 31st. Right? So that one will also be an up move. Insofar as the Dow and with that one, the move has been consistently up for 7 straight times, 7 straight pattern occurrences. Okay. Now with the Dow, using the June 3rd and the August 31st, again 2011 moves, there's been 5 consecutive moves up on using that pattern. Off of the June 6th and March 31st, or in reverse, 331 and 66, there have been 5 moves down. So the next move with that pattern, we're going to predict a pretty high probability that that's going to be down. Another one is 331st and June 16th. And there are 5 alternative moves. With that is consistent, consecutive. One pattern is up, next pattern is down, another pattern, next pattern is up, following pattern is down, following pattern is up, and again down. So these are just some of the pattern processes that we've been using and studying, and we've got about 24 of these right now that we're following. We started off with about 30, 31, and we dropped 6 or 7 of them because they just had no effectiveness whatsoever. So there's this mathematical and those of you who might be familiar with W.D. Gann understand a lot better as to what I'm saying, that when price and time has this relationship that, as Einstein said, there's no difference. Everything is relative. So time and price, you measure the same. Okay. And by the way, when we measure time, we don't use 365 days. We use 360 because of the mathematical correctness and its integration with time. That's the reason why we say that we come within 1 day of our calls, because our model is not scientifically based on a 365.244 day model. Okay. Um, and by the way, I want to add this. And again, this is on our website, so people are clear about this. The days that we are calling for moves, forget about the direction, the days that we're calling for moves are, we have a 95% accuracy. The direction of the move, we're around the 61% still. We're stuck there, but I think we're onto something here with this new pattern determination technique, and we're going to follow. And I will, once I put this up on a website, and those of you who follow this particular process, we will then be able to show you the patterns in chart form and indicate to you when the next pattern is. As I said before, you got two of them coming up on with silver, one on May 3rd and the other on May 31st, and they're both up moves. Don't ask me to what degree, because I can't tell you right now. I will tell you that if I find another pattern in silver that hits on that day, or one of those 2 days, I can then tell you that it's going to be a major, a very big move. Okay, we haven't found that yet, so we're still hard at work trying to understand the master pattern, and for those of you who like to throw rocks at our predictions, that's fine. I prefer to tell you what it is I have and what I'm doing with it and what to expect, rather than put myself out there and say that try and cover my ass. Okay, I'm not looking to do that. I'm too old for that. I don't need that. I'm just trying to do the best we can to find methodologies for helping people. Now, talking about helping people, let's all hope and pray that our Supreme Court, in its infinite wisdom, true wisdom, and non-political thought, is going to do the right thing within the next several weeks concerning Obamacare. This is major. This is major. But let me say this. I don't think we can lose with this. My feeling is that this case, and I've talked to a couple of really good constitutional attorneys, and they feel that that this thing is going to be overturned. At least the main segment of the legislation. Here's the way I feel. If it does, great. That kills it. Right? And then we try and put something better in its place. If it doesn't happen like that, and for some reason, if the court goes along with the law as it stands, I think that will bring people out of the woodwork for this election. That I think they'll resurrect the dead to get to the polling booths to vote this current administration out. And if any of you saw this slip of the mic, this hot mic that was on with Obama and the Russian president, and how he was telling, in effect, give me time, give me till after the election. Once I'm after the election, I have more flexibility. To do what? What is it that you're going to flex us? You're going to flex our or backsides? I mean, what is it that you're going to do that you don't want to say now? You want to wait until then? And how many other things do we have in mind here uh, that are going to be undertaken under a second term? You know, I think this is what bothers me as a businessman and professional. You can't live your life like that. You can't run a business or a profession with this type of thinking hanging over your head. And now, of course, for those of you who may not know this, IRS is very, very active this year, very active, and they're coming after everybody like with a vengeance. Okay, um, they want the money. They want, quote, equality and justice. Um, I don't understand what their definition of this is, but in any event, that's what's going on. So don't be surprised or dismayed if you get called on for IRS investigation, because they're doing it to everybody. They've really expanded the entire program. Okay, so now the last thing that I want to talk to you about is the Republican race primary, and I'll say it again. Uh, the worst presidents have been senators and or congressmen. There's only one exception, and that was Harry Truman. And I'm not talking about Democrats or Republicans. I'm talking about all of them. The worst presidents, senators and elected officials like congressmen, are the worst uh, in their duties as president and their effectiveness as presidents. The best, of course, have been governors, because they're executives, they're administrators, they know how to run things, they understand business and government much better than senators do. So, with that, I would automatically have to disqualify Santorum and Gingrich to a large degree. And I think that they're doing not only their party but their country a disservice by staying in this race. I don't want to hear this crap about, you ultra conservative and this guy's not a conservative, he's a moderate. Listen, the guy knows what he's doing. He has a proven record, whether you like it or not. He's done things, for God's sake, in the business community as well as in the governmental arena. Uh, he's a doer, and that's what this country needs right now. We need a doer. We need somebody that can organize things and understands the direction that we need to go in, and take it there. Right now, whether he's a Democrat or Republican, I don't care. And those are people who know me and know my political posturing, know how true that statement is. I really don't care. It's the guy that makes the difference, or the gal, right? And uh, I think whether you like the fact that Romney is a Mormon, or that he's not, quote, consistent, hey, what would you call Obama? If Romney's a flip flopper, what is Obama flopper? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me? I That's a flip flopper. So I mean, that part of it is maybe it's not right, but beyond that, the guy gets the job done. Okay, so I think those of you who are Republican and are uh, looking to settle themselves as to where to go. I just can't see Gingrich. I mean, I think he has no shot. I like the guy. I think he's brilliant. I like his mind. I like his creativity. But he can't do it. He can't carry this country. And Santorum is much too emotional, and I don't think he's got the understanding or the plan to bring this country out of its debts and depths both. So that's my opinion. Okay, we're not talking about fact here. We're talking about, but it is a fact though that senators do not make good presidents. So put that in your pipe and smoke it, as they say in Indian talk. All right. So listen, this is a good week. Have a great week. Um, I'm off to Arizona this week, and I'll be reporting to you from Arizona for a couple of weeks going into April. Um, Look at our website insofar as an explanation of these patterns that we discussed and see what you think about them. And I'm sure I'm going to hear from you one way or another. So keep those comments coming. Tell your friends to get out there and get these bastards that are these office holders in line. Have a great week.